Majority of these names had seen a lot of issue yesterday, or a lot of selling coming in, and at least a majority part of them which have earnings visibility, which are well owned by funds, have seen some sort of recovery coming into market. PC Jewellers down about 9%, Tata Power down 6, Central Bank of India down close to 9, Gati down about 8. So there were a whole host of losers as well into this market. Ruchit Jain now joins us from SBI, from Angel Broking. Ruchit, good afternoon. Always a pleasure talking to you. Can you first start, with markets? Could this well be a false bounce coming in, or second time in a row we tried to test 7,900? It gives you some hopes that the chances are we'll close above it quite soon.
Good afternoon, Pankaj. Well, first saying about the Nifty, wherein last week we had seen that 8,300, 8,600 was the range in which Nifty was trading for almost 1.5 months. So Nifty has finally given a breakdown of that range last week, and probably the short-term trend for the Nifty is down now. Pankaj, we have a couple of views on the markets from very short-term perspective and from medium-term perspective. Well, going into the expiry week, going to the expiry day after tomorrow, we don't think that markets would go down in next 2-3 days. In fact, we are expecting this positive momentum which we have seen in today's second half of the session to continue for next 2-3 trading sessions. But positionally, we think that this rally would get sold into as we go into the next expiry. So I think we have not yet made a bottom at today's low. Probably this is a 5-wave move which we are seeing from the 8,600, and we have just completed the wave 3 at today's low. So this is a wave 4 bounce which would retrace up to 38.2% or 50% of the recent correction which you are seeing, and that resistance is coming around 8,000 and 8,100. So I don't think that markets would go beyond 8,100 in near term. Yes, definitely we are not bearish from next 2-3 days perspective, as we have expiry slated now. But once this 8,000 or 8,100 level comes, it would be again a good opportunity to go short over there. And positionally, we think by in next expiry, probably today's low around 7,650, 7,700, which has been made, that would be breached next month.
Right. How would you essentially look at the next couple of days? Because it's all about derivatives as well. So do you think it will be best to, only look at the market after Friday or maybe next Monday?
So Pankaj, those who are intraday traders and who trade for 1 or 2 days, I think they have a good stock-specific opportunities to go long on. In fact, for next 2-3 day trading sessions, we have also recommended going stock specific long on stocks such as Reliance Industries and Coal India, which are looking a good bets for a pullback rally. But those who are positional traders, I think they should be alert when markets come around 8,100. That would be again a good opportunity to go short in the markets. We are not expecting this markets to go above 8,300, 8,350. Hence, one can place a stop loss of 8,350 and start creating short positions around 8,100 levels.
Ruchit, as you pointed out, around the 8,100 mark, probably, again, one should short. But when we have such sort of falls, they are unprecedented. They are seen once in about 4-5 years. They will have some effect as far as wealth creation or loss of wealth is concerned. Don't you think that will create some pressure every time the markets would go up, at least, till the full losses are being absorbed?
Yes, definitely, Pankaj. The way the Nifty has fallen in last few trading sessions, the magnitude of the fall is very sharp. So definitely, those who have stuck at the higher levels, they would be the first to coming to book profits, or in fact to exit the positions. But the thing is that positionally, it doesn't seem that this pullback would be much higher. It's a 5-wave down move in which, as I said, we have completed just the wave 3 and at yesterday's low and at today's low. So probably as we go higher, that's why we are not expecting a much sharp 61.8% correction of this move. It would just be either a 38.2% retracement or a 50% retracement from of this entire down move. So as we go higher, those who are stuck at the higher levels, definitely they would look to exit the positions, and that's what would put pressure again on the markets going ahead. So that's why I'm expecting markets would not retrace much as we usually see that 61.8% up to which the markets retrace. But at this time, not more than 50% Nifty should retrace.
Right. How would you look at the mid-cap space, the correction over there? Do you think that is something which worried you in the last 2 days?
Yes, Pankaj, CNX mid-cap index has given good gap down opening in day before yesterday's trade, and probably that was the trigger wherein the support level was breached with a gap down opening. So according to the gap theory, such breakout gaps tend to act as a resistance on every pullback rallies. So according to this theory, I don't think CNX mid-cap index would go above 13,500 in near term. So any pullback rally over here also should be an opportunity to create shorts. We have still not seen any major bottom formation or any support formation at today's low. Probably major support is placed around 11,600 levels. So it's just a pullback rally, maybe about 300 points, 350 points or more pullback from current levels in next 2-3 trading sessions. But then again would get sold into, and we could see 11,600 approaching in next month in CNX mid-cap index.
Right, Ruchit, let's look at some stocks. DLF, it went down from 130s to about 95 odd level. It gave a bounce of 16% today. What is it telling you? Is there a lot of trading interest, or essentially it's just an avoid right now?
Bhagat, this is the most difficult to track, difficult name to track now. The way the stock has turned volatile in last 1 month. But definitely 120 is what the resistance has been, the resistance we are expecting to come in the stock in near term. We are not seeing any big up moves in this going ahead. 135 was the recent high which was made, and looking at the Nifty and the mid cap index, we don't think that this recent high in the stock also would get crossed. Definitely volatility would be rare, and there would be there, and this stock would continue to show such big up moves which we have seen in last 2 days. So maybe around 120 this stock would resist, and on the lower side the support keeps coming in around 90-95 zone.
Right. Still, why do you say that real estate is getting tough? Indiabulls real estate was up 20% today. Is there a lot of trading interest over there, or lack of volumes because of which you feel that it's getting tough to trade these names?
No, it's not the lack of volumes, because volumes are increasing. Volumes have increased in the last two or three trading sessions. So probably it's not the lack of volumes which is driving this this volatile moves in these counters. But definitely when some support zones or resistance zones gets breached, there is a lot of there are a lot of triggers where stop losses get triggered. So even in Indiabulls real estate, we saw that 60, which was the major support zone few days back, that got breached, and volumes increased significantly on the down move post breach of 60. So that increase in the volumes was basically seems to be more of due to square off of the long positions which were held, and going ahead, I think the support of 60 which was breached, that would act as a resistance now. So probably it's not the lack of the volumes. Trading interest is there in this real estate space, but probably the volatility, as we have seen, is very high in these stocks. So those who are traders, it's generally not recommended to trade in these stocks where such huge volatility is there.
Ruchit, thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon. Hope you have a great day going ahead. There was a technical view coming in that a bounce till 8100 is likely, but then beyond that is something where they believe that again markets could retest the lows that we've made recently. Global markets have recovered quite a bit.